Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today's video was born out of something of a challenge from my friend Mike, who you know as Junk Wax Hero. If you're subscribed to our channel, odds are you're subscribed to Mike's channel. When I posted on my personal Twitter that I was really excited about acquiring the 1934 Diamond Stars Lefty Grove, I posted the face of a guy absolutely thrilled to finally get a copy of one of the most iconic pre-war Red Sox Hall of Famer cards. Well, Mike responded, "I'd love to see a list of the most iconic pre-war Red Sox cards." And then I said, "Great video idea." And he said, "Do it and I'll share it." Mike is a man of his word, I'm sure. So I'm sure he will share this video, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate Mike and his support. I got to meet Mike at Shriners in November. So with that, I took it upon myself to come up with the ranking of the 10 most iconic pre-war Red Sox cards. And so you can't really tell. I am actually wearing a throwback Red Sox jersey right now, although it's the way that I have my camera position, my phone position, you can't see all of it. It's actually a Yaz jersey, but it's, it works. You can still kind of see the top of it. But so I tried to set the mood here a little bit with that. But so what I did was I came up with 10 iconic pre-war Red Sox cards. And there's some criteria and exceptions and things I decided to kind of do with this instead of, I could have just like had it be, the first 3 Ted Williams cards could have just been the list, right? Or whatever. I tried to limit it to one sort of single card per player and also kind of one single card per set. But as you can tell, I had to make some exceptions to that rule just based off of the general iconicness of each card. And I also, iconic is in the eye of the beholder, right? Like there are some cards that I think are iconic cards that I just decided kind of didn't reach the level of what maybe these 10 are. Or maybe there's a card that I personally love more than a card that made this top 10 list, but I kind of, had to look at the bigger picture and think like, hey, objectively, what's more iconic? So with that in mind, I'm going to share a top 10 list of the most iconic pre-war Red Sox cards. I have 3 of these cards, and I'm going to show them to you. And I would love to have all of them, but that's probably never going to happen. But I'm going to show you the 3 that I have myself on the screen here, and the others I'm going to show kind of either to my right or my left. One of them might be a little bit challenging. I might have to like duck down a little bit so you can look at it above me, or I might just go to the full screen to show that particular card. But so let's get going. Let's get this started. So number 10, I have the 1913 Red Sox Fatima T2000 team card. This is obviously an iconic card, and this is again where it's a little bit of a hedge in terms of there are guys that you're going to see on this card that you will see on this card who are on other cards that I'm about to show you. But of course, like you've got Hall of Famer Tris Speaker on this card, legends like Smoky Joe Wood, Hall of Famer Harry Hooper is on this, Duffy Lewis, Heine Wagner, Bill Kerrigan, who would eventually be the manager of the Red Sox. So just like one of the very first like important team cards of the Red Sox. And this kind of is also an important card for a bunch of different reasons. Obviously, Fenway Park opens in 1912. And the Red Sox are the team of the first 20 years of organized baseball, at least the first 20 years of the American League. And a lot of the guys who won multiple World Series titles are pictured on this card. So really had to include this one. Definitely an iconic card. Okay, so that was number 10. Number 9, the 1938 Gowdy Heads Up Bobby Doerr rookie card. Now, your mileage may vary on the 38 Gowdy Heads Up set. Some people love them, some people hate them. I love them personally. I have a couple cards from this set. And this is the rookie card of a very underrated Red Sox Hall of Famer and a very underrated second baseman in baseball history. and obviously the look on his face going for the ball. So this is a really important card. Bobby Doerr just generally didn't have a lot of cards because he didn't have the longest career, in part because of the war. And this I think is the most iconic card of him. 39 play ball is a great card too. He's got a great 48 leaf card. He's got a great 41 play ball card, which I have. So that is, I thought this was a really key one, a really important one to include of a Red Sox, a great Red Sox Hall of Famer. Okay, next up is a card that I have in my PC, and it's this one, the 1941 play ball Jimmie Foxx. I have bought this from Paul Borges, and it's, again, there's a few different choices possibly of Jimmie Foxx. There's the 40 play ball. There's also he's got a 38 Gouty heads up as well with the Red Sox. But Double X, the one of the preeminent first basemen of his era, him and Hank Greenberg and Lou Gehrig, obviously. And then I'll just show you the back on this one too. Just a great card and a great looking card. The 41 play ball set is iconic. Had to include a card from this set, of course. So I put this one at number 8. Okay, number 7. Basically, all of the cards that I have in my PC are going to come up in a row here. Number 7, I have the 1934 Diamond Stars, Lefty Grove, the first card ever in the Diamond Star set. Obviously, I just did a whole video about this, and this card was kind of what inspired this list. So, if you want my thoughts about this card, you can go and watch that video. Again, the back of this card was pasted in a book, so it's a little bit messed up. But this card, by the time I actually post this video, this card will probably be off to SGC. So I want to make sure I recorded it before I sent it out. But iconic. One of the best left-handed pitchers of all time, and this is one of his best cards. So there you go. So there's that. That was number 7. Number 6. Again, this is the last of the cards that I actually have. Number 6, and it is Tris Speaker, the Gray Eagle. The Gray Eagle has landed. And this is the one that I have. I got this through Wheatland Auctions. Just the great look of him going after the ball, going after a pitch. And I kind of really think of this as being like, it's almost like he's suspended in space, suspended in the sky, making this, going after this pitch. And just an iconic hitter, one of the greatest hitters of all time. Maybe somebody who's a little bit even underappreciated. There you see the polar bear back there that I have on my T206 Tris Speaker. So the most famous card, the most famous Red Sox card of probably the most famous set of all time, right? So, okay, so that's number 6. So now let's move into the top 5. Number 5 is a card that I want so badly, and it's the only single view card or single player card on this list that's not a Hall of Famer. And that is either you take your pick, the same card basically, the 1914 or 1915 Cracker Jack Smoky Joe Wood. A brilliant card. A lot of really good Red Sox cards in the Cracker Jack set. Both Cracker Jack sets. But this one stands out because of just the image, the legend of Smoky Joe Wood. At this point, 1915, he kind of had really lost his way. He started to get injured and came back as a hitter, of course, with the Indians. But before that, 1912, one of the most amazing seasons ever by any pitcher, Smoky Joe Wood. And this card is so iconic. This is like basically the number 1 card that I want. And hoping to come across one sooner rather than later. So number 4 on the list is the 1912 T202 Hassan triple folder of Tris Speaker and Smoky Joe Wood, with the image being close at third. Now, there's 2 different Hassan triple folders with Speaker and Wood. One is of Speaker rounding third base, and the other is of this close at third play. I went with the close at third play. I do think it's a better image than Tris Speaker just rounding third base. How do you get better than this card? Somehow we're going to. Somehow there are 3 more cards that we're going to show. But this is just such a beautiful, beautiful, iconic image in the middle, and then great images of 2 legendary Red Sox from this era when they were winning all the time. Just incredible, incredible, incredible stuff. But there are 3 more iconic cards, in my opinion, than the ones I've already showed you. Number 3 is the 1909 E90-1 American Caramel Cy Young, obviously wearing a Red Sox uniform. There is, I believe, also a card in this set where he's wearing a Cleveland uniform, but because he went to Cleveland after spending a few years with the Red Sox. Brilliant, brilliant card. This is also one that I want very badly, but it's not cheap. The great image of the great Cy Young, who just was a horse and the all-time wins leader, and just an amazing pitcher, competitor. And this is his best Red Sox card, so we needed to include it. Okay, that was number 3. Number 2 is the rookie card of the splendid splinter himself, Ted Williams, the 1939 play ball, of the great image of the follow-through with the swing. The kid, he's 19, 20 years old in this picture, and this is... Now, this was a tough one for me to go with this one instead of either the 40 or 41 play ball. I have the 41 play ball. I don't have the 39, but I just thought, like, what's more iconic than the rookie card of Ted Williams? So I went with this one. And again, one I would really like to acquire, one I'd like to have someday. So that's number 2. And then number 1, kind of an obvious choice, kind of not really any other choice. The 1916 M101 Babe Ruth rookie card. Now, there are a lot of variations on this card. Notably recently, the Morehouse Baking M101 Babe Ruth rookie from 1916. And I did a whole interview with Jeff Gross, who helped bring that card to market. You can check that out on the channel. It sold for over $800,000 at auction. But there are a lot of different M101 Babe Ruth rookie cards with different backs. Sporting News is probably the most famous, the most widely seen. So, be on the lookout for that one. But anyway, that's the top 10 I have. Is, again, Babe Ruth, maybe the most iconic player ever, and having to, his rookie card being with the Red Sox, kind of had no choice but to put that at number 1. So let me know what you thought of this list. Was there anything that I missed? Was there anything that you would have over the cards that I listed? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Were there honorable mentions? Were there things that I just like, cards that you think are just as iconic, if not more iconic than these cards, as Red Sox pre-war cards, that I just didn't include? I would love to hear your thoughts about that. So please leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of this list. Please subscribe to Wax Back Wisdom if you've not previously. Please check out where you can follow us on our social media channels, as well as our list of nonprofits and charities. Please check that out. We would really appreciate it. And thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time on Wax Back Wisdom. Take care.